What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Spider-Man No Way Home's Lizard. I got some thoughts about this one for sure. I think I need to open this. This is one of those ones that I think I need to open to get a better grasp of this figure, because it's one of those characters that, like, you need him to complete the collection, to complete the set. He's the last one from the movie that I think I want. Can't think of anybody else that I really need. He's the last one, but this is just kind of an ugly figure. Well, maybe I'll like it more once I open it up. So let's go ahead and do just that. So getting old Dr. Connors out of the packaging. I gotta say, I'm kind of torn on this one. I can't tell if I really like it or really hate it. Like, I'm really somewhere in between with this thing, because it's like one of those figures that really depends on the pose and the angle you have this thing at. That'll make it look really good or bad. Like, straight on, just looking at you, I don't like that. I don't like the way that looks. The shoulders look so low. Like, where's the muscle groups here? It just, like, that is really ugly. But then, you know, I guess, and this is what they intended, you get it crouched down and get it like on a head-on pose, and that looks good. So I don't know. I don't know. In terms of sculpt, this we've seen before. This is Sauron's body, which is unfortunate because it should be on all new sculpt, in my opinion. It should have been a new sculpt, because this is horrible. This is horrible. I'm even tempted to glue this down. It's so bad. Like, any movement other than right there, like, it just looks terrible. I mean, you move it back. Who approved that? That is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Don't ever do that. That is one of the worst, ugliest joints I've ever seen. But what isn't bad is this gorgeous head sculpt. I think this looks great. The little stripes of green on the top. I wish that was carried throughout the body more. I think you get a little bit of it on the vascular nature there, but then you get, like, no paint on the arms at all until you get to the hand. And that, like, this sculpticide paint-wise, that looks great. And then you get to the rest of it, and it's just a flat green. No dry brush, no nothing. The tail, again, I guess they use this is an old antiquated system. Use a ball joint, okay? Nobody wants a hinge and swivel like this, where if you have his tail up, he's got a culo. Nobody wants that. That's an ugly joint. The tail looks good. I believe this is a new sculpt for the tail. I don't know. I never had the original one. I know the arms and legs are new, at least partially, because they're pinless now. But again, they just look unfinished. I am happy that the nails are painted. That's nice. You get a little bit of, like, the underbelly, like, tan throughout the legs a little bit. I mean, that doesn't look great. And then you get the feet painted, the toes, that is. But, like, there's things that I really like, and things that are just, like, really ugly on this guy. And I really can't tell, like, where I'm at with this one. This is a really difficult one for me, because those of you who have been following my channel for a while know that I don't do a lot of MCU figures. I only do new Guardians characters, Captain America. I do like Black Panther and Daredevil, so I pick and choose with those characters. And the Guardians of yeah, I said new Guardians characters, and Spider-Man No Way Home. But, like, I know that's, like, kind of sounds like a big list, but, like, in the retrospect of, like, MCU figures, it's really not. So I don't know. I don't do a lot of MCU figures, but every once in a while I do, so I want to like them. But the arms feel long. I think it's the head, like the neck area. I just can't get over it. And I mean, I knew that going into it. The promotional images just looked horrible. I mean, you could kind of see a little bit of an overspray on the like, ventral part of the thigh, but I don't know. And, like, you see it on camera very good, the vascular nature there. If that was carried throughout the body, I think that would make it look a lot better. Like, the arms in particular just look like flat green, and I don't really like that. In terms of accessories, you get nothing crazy here. You get the 2 open hands. I do like that. You know, on the right side, he has the 3 fingers. Then you get, like, a slight gripping hand, which I do like this. I believe this is, like, to grab Peter's throat. Paul Peter Parker. You know, that's pretty cool. And then this is a fist hand. I would have liked a full fist set. That would have been nice. But I'll kind of let it slide for this one just because, you know, you want him clawed out. He's lizard. And then on the in the box, he comes with this head, but I like this one better. The screaming head, you can see the labials on the side there. That looks great. The angry expression. Again, the head sculpts are what make this. If he had an ugly head sculpt, I probably just would have passed on this, to be honest. The head sculpt is what sold me. I thought they looked great. Because, I mean, he's not a cheap figure. I mean, he's $40, but, like that pose there, that looks good. That looks good. But then, you get him, like, in any other pose, and it's just like, ugh, brother, ugh. But whatever. In terms of the articulation, because, again, it's kind of hit or miss on this guy. He's going to go up and down. It's a huge gap there. I mean, even if you just have it neutral, there's a gap. But you know what? I'd rather this and have the movement, because you can still get them looking all the way up without even touching the neck. And I'm very happy about that. So this, it's ugly when you look at it from certain angles, but I personally prefer this over not having the range. The neck joint is horrible. Whoever approved this slip joint, this is terrible. And you can rotate it. Yeah, just how I wanted to pose my lizard with his... It's like a frilled lizard, almost. It's so weird. Like Dilophosaurus man. I don't know, bro. The shoulders go up all the way. It's good. Rotate 360. Bicep swivel. Great double-jointed elbows. A little ugly, but... And then the wrist swivel and hinge. The diaphragm joint is not great on this guy. Definitely could have used an update. It's honestly not terrible considering how old it is, but it's just kind of lame. And then the hips go out that far. They'll go down, kick forward and back, upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Well, this is the knee. This is like the stifle of the hock. And then at the pastern, which they use as an ankle joint, goes up and down and pivot. So I do like the way that they did the legs, because you can get them into like a deep crouch because of that the hock joint right there. And then the tail will rotate and go down and up. So you can kind of get like other poses with the tail. Would I have preferred a hinge and swivel? Yes. Would I have preferred a bendy wire? Yes. But I don't know. The tail doesn't bother me as much. It's the neck that really throws me off. Doing this comparison just purely out of silliness, that it's kind of funny. The only two figures on my review station right now are big reptilian men. But this is the NECA Toys Leatherhead. He was $40. I paid the same price for these guys. He's usually $50, but he's $40. Guys, stop with the licensing excuse. Please, please. There's no way that this thing is only $10 more than this. Covered in paint, great sculpt, just about the same amount of articulation, except single joints at the knees and elbows. But you know what? No, it actually has more articulation if you count all the beautiful joints along the tail. Yeah, this Leatherhead is so much better. But we'll either, he's already posted, or we'll get to that later. Stay tuned. Also, comment who your money's on, because out of these two, I'm taking Leatherhead every fight. He's clapping. Here he is next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzerge Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. So he's not super tall. He's definitely taller than a normal figure, but he's not like, stand up, what? But he's not like enormous. But again, he's not supposed to be. Here he is next to the Batman from McFarlane Toys, the Dark Knight Returns version, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men series Darwin. And here he is next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If series Zombie Captain America. And they actually have a lot more in common than you would imagine. It's the other arm, but you can see he probably tried to take the serum to bring his arm back, but unfortunately, that didn't go well for him neither. So some of you might be wondering still, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on this figure? And honestly, I might be in that category of still trying to figure it out, because there are things that I like a lot, but then there are things that I really don't like. This is what I'll say. This right here is, usually I try to pose the figures how I'm going to display them, and this is exactly how I'm going to have them on the display. Sprawled out, angry, screaming head, leaning, lunging, all that good stuff. And with that in mind, and knowing that this is how I'm going to pose them, I think he's good. I think he looks really good, and he'll go great with the rest of the No Way Home villains. But on his own merit, for a $40 action figure, it's just not there for me. It's really not. Really lacking paint, really lacking... I can't even say accessories because I don't know what else he would need, but really lacking paint and lacking a bendy tail. And that neck joint is just one of the most atrocious joints I've ever seen on an action figure ever. It is so ugly. So with that being said, at that $40 price point, I can't go more than a 6.5 out of 10. I almost said a 7, but you have to dock another half point for just how ugly that neck joint is. So with that being said, I believe that is all I got for today. So if you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all those apps, and I have a great time, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, Paul Peter Parker, let me know. You coppin'? See you guys in the next one. Peace.
What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.